Welcome back to the broadcast. I got stand-up comedian Philip Goode here. Phil, welcome to the broadcast. How are you, my friend?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You know, there's so much going on in comedy. So many people want to be comedians and stuff like that. What made you want to become a comedian?
Carrie, no.
Huh?
No, my buddy was talking about getting into comedy. We were working together in a restaurant, and we could always just bounce off each other with jokes. And one day he just goes, "We should get together and do some jokes." And I'm like, why not? Why not? I'm always up for trying something. I know it's completely different than being funny with your friends. You got to start writing. It's really difficult. So I just wanted to give it a shot, and here it is.
So that obviously worked because we're sitting here talking to you today.
Yeah.
What about your buddies? He still doing comedy?
Yeah. I just did a show with him today. Kerry Walker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's him.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and he.
Definitely a good show.
No,
puts
thank
on
you.
there.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about how hard it is to write a routine.
Oh my!
Because you said you had the idea, and then you got to I got to do a routine now.
Yeah. I wanted to be the guy who does very good transitions, so I really work on that. But honestly, it's just kind of a observational comic, just whatever I see, and then I try to exploit it as much as possible. So
just a little thing of maybe it's the way someone would open up a can of Dr. Pepper, you would exploit. You would just find something peculiar about it, right?
Definitely. Where is his degree? Where can we actually find it? That's the kind of stuff I want to know.
Now, when you sit there, have you ever thought of an idea, thought of a joke, and thought it was really funny, and you got up there and maybe you stuttered with it, or it just bombed?
Yeah. Because my style's not, I'll do clean jokes and I'll do dirty jokes, but I prefer to have freedom on everything. So my last show was at Zany's, and it wasn't bad. It was just I was never more nervous about a show because all the material had to be clean, and I had never really done just full on clean material. I'd done open mics, but they let you be whatever you want to be sometimes. So
right.
So I'd say clean is just I could do it. It's just very nerve-wracking for me.
Well, it's funny. It's so clean. You can smell the air right now. You can smell that cleaning crew coming in. Exactly. It's kind of funny you talk about being clean and the cleaning crew's in there with the Windex or something like that. How do you bounce back if you have a joke and it just doesn't seem to go as well as you think?
I got some one-liners I can always pull up. That's where you can just be random and just do whatever you want. I got a couple of ones I do, just we could be talking about whatever, and then it doesn't work out, so I'll just talk about how I took the biggest poop in the world and how I skipped going to the gym the next day. That's how big it was.
Okay, yeah.
So, and that was a very dumb joke, by the way, but it was just
made it on the fly. It's nothing wrong with that.
You got to have them prepared. Anything can happen. So.
Exactly. Now, when you're in your comedy routine, you talk about your roommates. I guess that is this unlimited amount of fun.
I got 2 roommates who smoke weed. And that's always cool because your kitchen sink turns into a game of Jenga because no one's going to wash those dishes. Just keep stacking them until, I don't know, they might fall down. You got some stoner roommates, you're going to have scavenger roommates. And it's pretty bad when you walk in on your roommate eating ice cream with chopsticks off the floor. I don't know. But that's what you got to do. You got to be a scavenger because when you have roommates, anything that comes with a household, grocery bags or paper towels, it won't happen, because when it's their turn to buy anything, they won't. It will not. That's why you got to make do. One time we used a bunch of cigarette butts to filter our Brita water. It was not the best Brita water. You got to do what you got to do. We went a whole week without toilet paper. Whole week. It was magical.
The roommates bit is definitely one of the most truthful bits out there. That material is hardly tweaked. It's just stuff I go through, and it's on a daily basis, and it's a fun time. It's a fun time for sure.
And you think you know somebody until you don't really know anybody until you move in with them, right?
Definitely. You have some strange people. You find out their eating habits. One of my roommates actually cooks at 12 o'clock at night. And he's not a very good cook, so my house is always smoky at 12 o'clock at night.
Right.
That's one of I could write something about that. It's just roommates are definitely tough.
And that's normally the time you want to start winding down and going to bed, and yet you're worried about, do I get to evacuate the house? And firemen come in?
Exactly.
You know, all different kinds of stuff might happen at that time.
Yeah, you got that, and then the other roommate's blasting his music at the same time, and I'm just thinking there's like a tribal sacrifice going on in the house. So I don't know.
Well, your roommate must be here right now. It sounds a little loud.
Some of them are. Some of them were, yeah.
So, I know you mentioned the dishes. No one wants to do dishes at your house, huh?
Yeah. I think that just goes to show in every single house it doesn't really matter. You know what? You just dishes are just a hassle. We should all move to places that have washing machines. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you would think more people would do more like paper plates, plastic spoons and forks.
Yeah.
I know that's what I tend to end up doing, and it's pretty successful.
But then they don't take out the trash, so
okay.
There's always something.
Now, you in your routine, you mentioned the bathroom attendant. That's kind of your pet peeve, huh?
There's some jobs out there that do not have any service. They're very confusing. Like, for example, the job that does not make any sense to me is when I go to a club and then I go to the bathroom and there's a guy in there giving away a paper towel. I'm like, dude, that paper towel is right there. I could have grabbed it myself. Why'd you pick it up? And now you're saying I have to tip you? If you want me to tip you, you better shake my dick when I'm done. I'm just saying. That is the only way I'm tipping that guy. Or better yet, the best job for that would be if he would give advice. You know? You're going up to the club as a guy, you see a girl, you start doing your magic, and then you go into the bathroom, and he's sitting there with a desk and a chair. And you go up to him like, hey. He's like, all right, man, what's your name? What's your name, man? Janice? All right, it's a slutty name. It's a slutty name. Okay, cool. You're doing well. Does she have any friends with her? Like a few. It's okay. Bob and weave. It's okay. Bob and weave. Just give it away. Don't be afraid of juke. Don't be afraid of juke. Let me ask you a question. Is she wearing a skirt or pants? I think she's wearing pants. Fuck it. Abort. Abort that. Abort that. She's on her period, son. She's on her period. They don't wear pants to the club unless they're on their period.
I just don't see a point. You know, you're at the club and you see a guy there, and he's a very nice guy.
They're always a very nice guy,
but
because they want something from you. They want your money.
But I'm just saying, all he did was give me a paper towel. You know, I've been to this place during the day. That paper towel's been there next to the sink, and I grab it. But at night, for some reason, I have to take it from you and give you $1 for it.
Well, that's why. And the first time when I see one of those guys, I always get something and give him a tip, so he knows me.
Yeah.
And then like maybe every other 2 or 3 wipes, I'll go in there and give him another tip. But I let him know ahead of time, get his name, let him know who he is, you know, and I say, okay, how you doing? So he knows me fresh, and I always got to get something.
Yeah.
Like a piece of gum,
He'll give you
a
some
lollipop or something, you know, cologne, whatever.
You can't make the mistake of pissing him off in the beginning of the night, and then you have to go to the bathroom, and he's just gonna mess with you.
A lot of times I'll also try to get in there and plan it right where I'm leaving just as he's talking to a group of people, and I just wipe my hands on my shirt and whatever that, you know.
Or on his back when he's not looking.
Well, as long as he doesn't find that out. So what's some of your future plans for comedy?
I'm just gonna go and just see what I can do. I mean, I'm very new. This is like, even though this is like my 1-year anniversary, I've been doing as many shows as I could, but I've been pretty busy. But my goal is just to do more shows.
Right.
You know, hit more.
What's about
variety.
repetition? The repetition, right?
Yeah,
the more you
exactly,
do it, the more you do it. How often do you change your routine, or is it the same thing every show?
Every time.
Yeah?
Every time.
That's cool.
I actually haven't done a joke that's been repeated. I just kind of try to like, if it is repeated, I will take the joke and tweak it. Okay. I'll never do the same joke. I don't know why, I just don't, you know, I want to keep developing myself.
That's cool. Well, let's draw that, because you got musicians that sing the same song over and over again, right?
Yeah.
If they could do it, why can't you?
I used to be a musician, so it's like a.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of why the upfront and personal thing is kind of not as nerve-wracking for me to go up there. I used to be a lead singer, so it's kind of like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music did you sing?
The pop punk stuff. You know.
What kind?
The pop punk.
Pop punk.
Yeah.
So that would be like happy punk music, right?
Yep.
Kind
The 15-year-olds love it. That's what it was.
Well, they'll be 20 years old eventually, and that's when they're really good.
That's all that matters.
They remember you as a kid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's got to be weird. I remembered you when I was 15. Like, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
You grew up.
All right, Phil Goode. Thanks for stopping by the program.
Thank you so much.